But because they had no resources, they had to bow to the crown. They had to bow to the aggressor. So in many of your homes, in many of your families, because you don't have resources, you have to bow to the aggressor. Black men can't be men the way we want to be because we didn't grow up in spaces where they taught us to be economically strong and prepared. You have to go out groveling and begging and hoping that massa will give you an opportunity. And I'm not making fun of anybody in this position. I was there too. But I believe every black man on earth should know how to start a business from the time he's a child. I think that should be a requirement for all of our boys. Same thing. I think the girls too. The girls have their own reasons to be economically independent. So this is what I'm seeing here. This is what I'm seeing, that not being prepared makes you vulnerable. And then that's when people come in and they take your stuff and they take the people around you. So you are the head of a household. You've got some stuff. You've got some people that you're protecting. You can't protect them because the money's not right. Why ain't the money right? Why don't we have a plan? Why aren't we doing more? Why aren't we understanding economic preservation as a critical element of personal and collective freedom? Freedom, influence, power, whatever you want to call it. Money is power. Money is power, and economic warfare is a very real thing. It's declared on you every single day, and it's going to be declared on your children. So make sure that they're ready. Let me keep reading here. All right, so it says, as stated earlier, after the treaty was signed in 1821, Florida became an American territory and the inhabitants became U.S. citizens. However, that did not stop General Jackson from breaking the law. He committed numerous additional reprehensible acts to aid the white slaveholders. He repeatedly used the U.S. military to capture blacks in Florida and deliver them to the slaveholders. In doing so, Jackson violated the U.S. Constitution that declared it illegal to bring slaves into the country after 1808. These intentional illegal actions on the part of Jackson and the complicity of the U.S. government, because it let those illegal acts occur, raise numerous questions. The answers to those questions create legal pathways to remedies for reparations for today's Black Americans. In the following section, I am intentionally framing detailed legal arguments that should be used to compel the U.S. government to provide reparations to Black Americans as a group. And I mentioned with reparations, the government is not the only entity that owes us money. Every corporation on the planet that in the U.S. that has money needs to be contributing to this pot, because we see those $1 trillion. We see NVIDIA with that $2-3 trillion valuation. Apple, all these companies, you can drop a couple $100 billion into the pot too. So let's keep reading. Violations of the Adams-Onis Treaty provide a strong statutory basis for reparations that blacks should pursue. The following legal issues arise out of Articles 4, 5, 6, and 9 of the Adams-Onis Treaty. These articles articulate the citizenship and land rights granted by Spain to all black settlers and the rights that transferred with them upon the sale of Florida. To pursue reparations based on this treaty, blacks must develop a comprehensive legal strategy. The first step blacks must take is to demand that the U.S. government provide a historical investigation into each legal issue I have identified and make a formal claim. The most appropriate investigators should be the U.S. Department of the Interior and Congress. Second, the realities of history, given the realities of history, blacks must organize their legal scholars and elected officials to monitor government progress and identify descendants of black Spanish settlers. Third, blacks must make restitution from the Adams-Onis Treaty a political issue and organize the masses. These facts below are some legal issues that blacks today must demand answers to as they pursue reparations based on the Adams-Onis Treaty. 1. General Andrew Jackson and the United States accepted ownership of Florida as a new state, but ignored the numerous provisions of the treaty that Spain had made for free blacks, runaways, and black Seminole Indians.